If you look at this city just behind the screen, you're going to miss the real point. You're just going to see the rough around the edges of Memphis, and yet you're going to miss the grind in the heart of the people. This 1.5 billion square feet of space for 20 years sat quiet. It was the ghost of North Watkins, and it was waiting for somebody just to see it, the beast it could become, wake up and catch up with society today. And you're not going to believe what's happening on the inside. You see, this city is where the underdog always seems to rise above the occasion and not just bark at wins. And I'm Jennifer, and I've watched this sleeping giant rise into a global innovation. It's not just a building that changed this little area, it's a building and a community that changed the way 901 thinks. Today, we're going to go into Crosstown Concourse, and I'm going to show you what that means. In 1927, this building was a logistics hub. You've heard that before. I guess Memphis has always been a logistics hub. And so it was developed to be a city within a city. And just this is what to me is pretty phenomenal, because in 1927, they did it in 180 days, they built it. But when the lights went out in 93, it really became a scar on the city. But here's the great thing. Memphis is a city that doesn't give up. And you know that from the other things that we've talked about before, but we didn't give up. And so there was a group of visionaries who could see a new model of lifestyle being built here. And it was a vertical village, meaning that every time anything that you needed would be right here. So every time you see this massive building, you see a model that was perfected. And that model is the vertical village. People often ask me, Jennifer, what is the vibe? What do you feel when you walk into Crosstown? And I say to them, it's hard to explain because it's an ecosystem. Everything is under one roof. There is a church where people come to heal. There are there's a food court, lots of places to eat. There's shopping. There's actual apartments on the upper floor, so you can do everything right here. Sarah, you ask what the culture is. People want to know. The culture is not a culture, but an ecosystem. Everything is here, from a church to a radio station to shopping to food to living. It's all one unit, and it becomes a vibrant lifestyle. And you're wondering why that's important? It's because the DNA of this building is important to the people who live here, and the DNA of a community is important to me when I'm helping you find a house. I'm helping you look for the grit and the grind of the community so you can find a lifestyle. What I have found most interesting in Crosstown is a nonprofit called Church Health. And I know that I referenced to that earlier, but as I got to speaking with people today, I realized that Memphis is a phenomenal community. And right here in Crosstown, we have what they call Church Health, and it's for every aspect of life. They have dental, vision, specialties, medical. They have a YMCA. They have an educational kitchen where they teach the community how to cook and eat healthy. But what's more amazing is it's affordable health care. So when I say it's a nonprofit, it's a retired doctor here out of Memphis who has networked this together for the community. So there's affordable payment plans for people who do not have health insurance. It's truly phenomenal, and we're going to reference some of their resources below because you should check it out and you should support things like this. But it's truly amazing to me because the kitchen here, they prepare meals, and if you're seen for the day and a patient, they'll feed you a meal when you're in there. I just don't know. I just kind of get excited to know that our community does things like this. See myself living here, but that's because I'm a social butterfly. And I like the fact that you can actually have medical attention. You can have shopping. There's a grocery store here. There's places to eat. There's activities, and you can be involved, but not really. You can watch people. They're just sitting, drinking their coffee, or they're working. People work remote. This would be kind of a fun place. And with our crazy weather, whether it's raining or cold, or if it's steamy hot, there's plenty of places to walk and be active right here. This is really a fun thing. This is called the Listening Lab, and it's one of the places, if you ever visit Memphis, you need to come to. I know what you're thinking, what is a listening lab? And why are you so excited, Jennifer? Because it is a library full of vinyl records. Woo! So it's really crazy because I haven't ever been in here. And the more that I travel through Memphis, the more I learn. And this listening lab is a nonprofit. Actually, John King, who owns Ardent Records, this was all of his collection on the walls here. And so now this nonprofit allows the community to experience music. You can actually come in here and pull out an album and they'll put it on for you and you can listen to it. I mean, I think it's really cool. You should check it out. Hey, did you know it's an interesting fact? So when we were talking to the guy who's actually working today, he told us that Ardent Records is the one who is responsible for recording Friends theme song. Pretty cool. Came out of Memphis. Hey, let me talk to you about the real estate in the area. So let's talk about the importance of the real estate. Because if you know Memphis, you know that Crosstown is the heartbeat of North Midtown. I see this building as the gateway to the most vibrant property in the city. See, when you look at a house, you're looking at the roof and the foundation, but I'm looking at the engine nearby. Crosstown isn't just a place to grab a beer, it's a 200 million anchor that has stabilized the entire North Midtown market. And so in real estate, we look at that ripple effect. And when you have a massive center of innovation like this, with thousands of people working and learning and living under one area, the demands of the street around it, it just causes growth. It just really explodes. In neighborhoods like Speedway Terrace and Valentine Evergreen, we're seeing incredible energy. And I'm talking about people buying into that historic charm. The ceilings, the hardwoods, the wide front porches, and turning that grit and grind into a real tangible equity. If you go just a few blocks north or west, you're going to find pockets of classic Memphis architecture that is still accessible, but that probably won't be for long. See, you're less than 5 minutes from Overton Park and the zoo, and you're in the Midtown Loop where the soul of the city lives. Every time you walk into a store or gym at the concourse, remember, that infrastructure is what's supporting your home value. With an engine like this, it starts humming. See, it lifts the value of every bungalow and the porch swing cottages nearby. This is a smart move I'm seeing on the ground every day. See, people are realizing they don't have to choose between historic soul and a modern lifestyle. You can have both right here. This isn't just about buying a house. It's about positioning yourself in the path of progress. Hey, I really hoped you enjoyed learning about Crosstown today. I learned a lot and was truly impressed with the way that this vertical village works and operates and the real estate around it. What I know is the vibes of this city, and I know this. I know that this DNA in this community is really something. So if you're looking for to be part of something like that, reach out to us. I'm Jennifer with the Home Gurus of Keller Williams Realty, and we sell real estate. My husband and I have a top producing team. And even if this is not your gig, give us a call and let us talk to you about the other places that Memphis has to offer, or even North Mississippi. You know our number. Give us a call.